Rajlakshmi, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Agricultural Sciences, Bharat Institute of Higher Education Research, and handling the course on productive cultivation and secondary agriculture. And topic that we are going to discuss is about greenhouses and the classifications, which is based on the shape, cost, utility, and cladding materials. And what is meant by greenhouses? So it is a technology which uses the plants which is grown under the protected cultivations. So, greenhouse means that is a framed structure which is usually covered with a transparent or transparent material. Normally, it is stabilized. So, in this environment, it could be a plant could be modified and it should be suitable for growth of the plants. Okay? And so there are different types of wavelength. One is short wave and long wave. So most of these long waves are infrared radiation. So in this near infrared and far infrared, these are all the two types. And visible UV radiation, UVA, UVB, UVC. So these are all the classification of UV radiation. So these classifications are generally based upon the wavelength. This is N means here nanometer. So based on this wavelength, it is classified into the two different types. Sorry, it is classified into 6 different types. And there are two types. One is short wave and the long wave. So what happens is short waves, which is emitted from the sun, and they are totally absorbed by the atmosphere before it reaching the ground. So most of these short waves are absorbed by the Earth's surface and before it reaches the ground. Okay, and long waves are these are the radiation from the atmosphere, clouds, and Earth and the surroundings. So there are two kinds of radiation. Then what is meant by polyhouse? So polyhouse is the types of the green polyhouse or greenhouse. So it is both of them is the same thing. And traditionally, greenhouses were constructed on wooden frame, whereas glass is used as a covering materials. So plastic technology, so it becomes then they have suggested yes, it will be possible to replace the glass with the plastic material. So as these polythene material being most popular, and the greenhouse came to known to be as a polyhouse in the recent times. And polyhouse, these are constructed in the structure like a building for the growth of the plant under controlled condition, and generally it is covered with a transparent material which permits the entry of the natural light. And so this is this okay. So in the sun, the visible radiation enter and it get reflected, and so most of this visible radiation before reaching the Earth's surface, it get reflected. So in case of infrared radiation, it will get entered, and so normally these are get re-radiated and it get absorbed by the Earth's surface. So most of this, what is the use of this long radiation here is, so sun, this emits a two kind of radiation. So what happens is this long radiation and the short waves, when it touches the Earth's surface, it get reaches the ground, and it get hit the, it makes the surface to be as a warmer. So normally these long radiation, long wavelength get re-radiated to the atmosphere itself. So most of these radiation get filtered in the Earth atmosphere. So nearly about 10 to 5% will enter into this greenhouse gases. And this greenhouse is usually a framed structure which is covered with a transparent material. So in which the crop might be grown in a controlled condition. So depending upon the transparency, greenhouse which will allow the solar radiation to pass through this, and but at the same time it will trap the thermal radiation which is emitted by the object. So thus it will increases the inside temperature. So as it get heated, so it will makes the surface warmer. So it makes a condition to be favorable for the growth of the plants. And greenhouse should be designed in order to withstand the load of the covering material and other structural components such as wind velocity and the intensity of the rain and hanging weights, which is included in the polyhouse. So normally adequate quantity of the sunlight for the crop production is required, and these structures will require the minimum energy to maintain the crop microclimate. So the local climatic condition and the locally available material must be taken into an account for the greenhouse construction. Therefore, you can able to specify the location and the crop in a specific manner. So if you are growing the plants under a controlled condition, you can grow an high value vegetables and the same time high value flowers, and you can able to raise the nursery for different vegetable crops, and also you can able to grow for ornamental and the medicinal plants also. And there are certain benefits which will increase the year-round production. At the same time, it will increases the export potential in the case of floriculture, and it will makes the climatic condition which is suitable. At the same time, it will make the carbon dioxide which is available for the photosynthesis process. Okay, so as the higher produced inside the greenhouse. And so these are all the general structures. One is plastic tunnel structures, and another one is greenhouse, and the net house, plastic mulch, and the latch house. So these are all the different protected structure which is available for the greenhouse, controlled condition in order to make a protected cultivation to be available for the plant growth. Okay, so this is a high tunnel, and this one is low tunnel. This is poly house. So poly house is generally a glass house, and this is a net house where we are using a net-like material, and this is the pipe framed structures, and this is we are using a shaped trusses for this structure. So this is a truss framed structure and wooden frame structure. So in order to withstand and higher in order to obtain the higher stability, we are using a wooden frame structures. And so these are all the components of this greenhouse. In case of framed structures or else truss structures. So this one is known to be the thrush, and this one is known to be the ridge, and this is a gap is provided. So in order to improve the ventilation, so it is known to be as a ridge ventilator, and this is a gutter. So main function is to it will prevent the raindrops or else rain which is entered into the protected structure itself. And this one is the purlin. It will provide the support to the structure. And so these are all the important components of a greenhouse. So structural components. One is a roof, which will form a transparent cover. So transparent cover of the greenhouse. So gabinus, this is known to be the wall. And the cladding material means this is a transparent material which will be mounted on the walls and the roof of the greenhouse. So rigid cladding material means cladding material with a certain degree of the rigidity. So that will protect the deformation of the structure and it will resulting in the damage. For example, glass. And the flexible means the material which have a higher degree of the flexibility. So cladding material which will have a higher degree of the flexibility. So we are choosing a plastic film. Then comes gutter. So gutter is generally used to collect the rain waters, and which is placed as an elevation level between the two spans. And the column, which is defined as a vertical member carrying the greenhouse structures. And the purlin, so it is defined as a member who connects the cladding supporting bars to the column. And ridge, so it is an highest horizontal section in the top of the roof. And the grider, it is the horizontal structured member that will connect the column on the gutter height. And the bracing, it will protect the structure from increased speed velocity. Okay, so these are all the agroclimatic conditions which will vary based upon the location of this crop. So it is necessary to insert a greenhouse that will meet the requirement of particular agroclimatic condition. So the types of the greenhouse that will vary based upon the climatic condition itself and based on the utility. Normally these greenhouses which get classified based on the shape. One is lean to design and the even span structure and uneven span structure, then rigid and furrow structure, then quadrant structure, then sawtooth design. So even span means the span length which is uniform throughout the design. Uneven span means span which will not be uniform throughout the design. And sawtooth means it will make a resemblance just like this sawtooth. So first one is lean to design. So lean to design means it will be placed against a side of an existing building. So it will be built against the buildings which is used in the existing structure. So for one or more sides. So it is usually attached to the house, but it may be attached to the other buildings also. So normally the roof of the building may be extended with an appropriate greenhouse covering material and the area is properly enclosed. So in order to provide the light, so it will be typically placing on the south side. So lean to type house is limited to the single or double row plant benches with a total width of 7 to 12 feet. And it will have a long as the building and it is attached to the building itself and it will be attached to the building itself and it should have an adequate sun exposure. So you should design or else you should plan the structure where this sunlight exposure is available. You should plan according to that. So normally there are certain advantages and disadvantages while using these structures. One is main advantages, space is limited, so you can use the space adequately. So, sorry, you can able to choose the crop adequately based upon the space which is available. And second one is it is least expensive and the availability of less expensive because of water and electricity available. Second disadvantages, you can able to control the temperature. This is because it is attached to the side of the building. So there may be some of the temperature fluctuation during the day and the night time may happens. And second is location of the door and the windows on the supporting structure must be kept in mind. So if it is so means it may have, while opening the door, it may have the possibility to damage the crop itself. So you have to choose accordingly. And advantages, it is close availability. You can able to use the electricity and at the same time water and the heat. And since it is a less available structures and you can't, so it is no more possible requirement of roof support also. This is because it is attached to the building, it gets support from the side of the building itself. And the design makes the best use of the sunlight. Okay. And disadvantages, space is limited, so you can't plant more crop if you are also interested also. And the light is limited only, so limited ventilation and the management, it is slightly difficult. So, and the height of the supporting walls, which will limit the potential of the size of the design. And the temperature control, which is a more difficult one. This is because it is attached to the, it may attach to the wall in which the greenhouse is built. So while it is a transparent material, it may lose the heat very rapidly. In case of any other material, it won't able to lose the heat very rapidly. So it is a half greenhouse and it will spread along the peak of the roof. So next, second one is even span. So as you see in that, so the more the length it is uniform size structures. So it is a standard type and it is a full size structures where two slopes are of equal width and the width. And this design is used for the greenhouse of small size and it will be constructed on the level ground only. So it is attached to the house at one gable end one. And you can able to accommodate 2 or 3 rows of plant benches. And the cost of the even span greenhouse is more than that of the cost of this lean type. This is because of installation costs and where in this case of the lean type structures, there is no necessity that you have to provide a roof structures. So in these structures, you have to provide the roof, and at the same time, there is an increase in cost. This is because of the span length is more or less uniform to the structures, and it has a greater flexibility in design, and it provides opportunity for more plants to be planted here. And because of its size and the greater amount of glass area is exposed, the even span will cause more heat when compared to this lean one. And the design has a better shape than that of lean type, and it provides the adequate air circulation to maintain uniform temperature throughout the winter heating section. And separate heating system, which is necessary unless this structure is attached to the heater building. So this is also added to the advantage of this structure. This is because, so in the case of lean structures, it is attached to the side of the building, so it will generate more amount of heat. So in order to reduce the heat, you have to provide a temperature control system and also provide the ventilation system in order to maintain a temperature. And it will have the house which are two side benches and two walks on the center of the bench. And there are several single and multiple spans are available for based on the location. For a single span type, span in general, which will vary from 5 to 9 meters, which will have a length around 24 meters. So it will have the size which will be from 2.5 to 4.3 meter. So this one is uneven span. So this is normally constructed on a hilly terrain areas, and the road are of unequal width, and this makes this structure which is adaptable to the slope of the hill. So as these so in the hilly areas, it won't have an equal, so it will not be properly level, so that only these uneven span is normally constructed in the case of this hilly areas. And this type of the greenhouse, which is normally used in nowadays, and it is not suitable for automation. And this one is ridge and furrows. So as it shows that, so it will, this one is the ridge and this is the furrow. So it is showing that it is having ridge and furrows like structures. So this is type of the design is used in the two or more A-frame greenhouses, which is connected to the one another along the length of the eave. So these eave serves as a furrow, and it will have a gutter in order to carry the rain. And so in case of many other foreign countries, they have to remove the snow, which is so it has to remove the snow, so that only this gutter is attached. Okay? And this side of the wall is eliminated between this greenhouse, which will resulting in the structure with a large interior. And the consolation of these interior spaces, which will reduce the labors, and also it will reduces the cost of automation. And same time, it will improve the personal management, reduce the fuel consumption also. So as there is a less exposed wall area through which the heat can able to escape out. So snow loads must be taken in the case of frame visibility. So as we were using in the location for a foreign countries, which will have a snowfall means, so you have to take the snow loads as a consideration. So in this case, snow cannot slide off from the roof, as in the case individual freestanding greenhouse, but it is able to melt away. So in spite of the snow load, ridge and furrow greenhouses are effectively used in the case of northern countries of Europe and Canada. These are well suitable for an Indian condition. And so this one is star 2. So as this structure, which is resemble like a star 2 type structures, and this structure is which is similar to that of ridge and furrow type, except there is a provision for natural ventilation. So the main advantage is that we are providing a natural ventilation, and the ventilation part which will develop an short tooth type structure. So in this short tooth type greenhouse, and which is similar to that of ridge and furrow greenhouse, except it will have a natural ventilation. So these ventilation part, they are seen in the figure. So this is a ventilation part. This will provide the They for the natural ventilation strength. Then Hunset greenhouse, and this is having a pipe arches where the pipe arches are trusses which is supported to the pipe purling along the length of the greenhouse. So in this general covering material which is used for the greenhouse is generally polyethylene type structures. So such these are the type greenhouses which are less expensive than that of gutter connector. And when a small, if you are choosing a small isolated cultural area, these type of greenhouses normally selected. So these houses are connected either in the free or slanting sides, and it is arranged in the interlocking, which is in the terms of ridge and furrow system. So in this interlocking type, truss members develop an overlap, which will provide the support for sufficiently in order to allow a bed of the plant, which will allow us to grow in between the overlapping portion of the adjacent greenhouse also. And so these are the classification of the greenhouse based on the shapes. One is gable type, and this one is Tola style free handling, and this one is gambrel type, and it is a conventional lean type structures. So in case of solar lean, it will have an increased height. At the same time, this height, this having a slanting position. So double lean, slope lean type structures, then single slope lean type structure, which is having a structure of similar to that of triangle. This one is Quonset, and this is a modified Quonset, and this one is Vallone greenhouse, and this one is known to be the multi-span greenhouse. So next one is types of this greenhouse, which is based on the utility. So of these different utilities, one is artificial cooling and the heating of the greenhouse, which are more expensive, and this one is more elaborate one. Hence, the artificial cooling and heating of this greenhouse are classified as a greenhouse, which is suitable for an active heating and the cooling system. So next one is greenhouse, which is suitable for an active heating system. So what happens is during the night time, the temperature inside the greenhouse which will get decreases. This is because during the daytime, our normal atmospheric temperature, which will be very high when compared to this night temperature. So which will, so in order to avoid the cold bite of the plant due to the freezing, so some amount of heat has to be given to this, supplied to this in ambient air before entering into the greenhouse in order to prevent plant from the freezing. So this requirement of this heating of this greenhouse, which will depends upon the rate at which the heat is lost to the outside environment. So various method has been adopted in order to reduce the heat losses. One is double layer polyethylene and the thermopropane gases. So these are the two layered factory sealed glasses with a dead airspace. So normally it is used in the heating system such as unit heater, central heater, radiant type of heater, and the solar heating system. And this is for active cooling. So during the summer season, our ambient temperature is very higher. So in order to reduce the temperature, which is suitable for the plant growth, we are providing a certain cooling system in order to reduce the temperature of this ventilated air to be entered into the greenhouse. So this type of the greenhouse either consists of an evaporative cooling with fan or fog cooling. So these greenhouses are designed in such a way that it will permit a roof opening of 40%. In some case, it will provide the roof opening of 100% also. So next one is the types of this greenhouse, which is based on the construction. So normally it is influenced by the structural material through which covering materials also influence this type. Normally the span of this housing can dictates that the selection of these structural members and their construction. So higher span and stronger should be the material. The more structural members can study types of the frames. So for a smaller fan and the simpler designs, like hoop will be followed. So therefore, it is based on the construction. Greenhouse can be broadly classified into the wooden frame, pipe frame, and the thrush frame type structures. So this one is known to be the wooden frame type structures. So it has been shown in the figure that it having So this type of the greenhouse is having a wooden frame like this structures. So in general, greenhouse with a span less than 6 meters only, wooden frame will be adopted. So side post column are constructed to construct of wood without a thresh. And the pine wood is normally used for this type of construction, and the timber which is locally available and with a good strength and the durability and visibility can also used for this type of constructions. Next one, pipe frame type structures. This is used for the greenhouse whenever there is a clear space of around 12 meters is available. So in general, this side post column and the cross ties, which is constructed using this type. So in this type also, thrush is not used. So this is the one is known to be the thrush type. So in this, so this type is used when a span length of 15 meter, more than 15 meters adopted means these same structures used. So flat steel, tubular steel, angular iron, which is welded together in order to form a thrush with encompassing the rafters, cords, and the thrush. So thrush and the supporting members under the compression and the cords are the supporting members, so which will help under the tension also. And these angle iron purlins, which will be running throughout the length of this greenhouse, which are bolted to the each truss. So the column is used in wide truss frame houses of 21.3 meters or 8 more. So next comes the classification of this greenhouse, which will be based on the types of this covering material available. So covering material, these are the major important component of the greenhouse. Covering material which have a direct influence of the greenhouse effect, and they have the ability to alter the air temperature inside the greenhouse. So next comes based on this classification, based on the covering material, first comes glass, next the plastic film, and the rigid panel greenhouse. So glass means, so these are used like glass as a covering material. Most it is adapted in the case of 1950s only, and the glass which are having greater advantage that greater intensity, light intensity can be obtained, and the greenhouse which have the higher air infiltration, which will leads to the lower humidity, and it will improve the disease prevention. And lean-to type, even span type, ridge and furrow type designs are used for the construction of this glass greenhouses. Next is plastic greenhouses. There is a flexible plastic films which is made up of polyethylene, polyester, polyvinyl chloride. So this is used as a covering material for the greenhouses. Generally, plastics are used as the covering material for the greenhouses becomes a popular because they are very cheap and the cost of heating is very less when compared to the glass greenhouses. So main disadvantages, it is having a very short life. For example, it will have the better quality of ultraviolet radiation, which can last for 4 years. So quinset design as well as gutter connector design, which is suitable for these types of this covering material. So this is low cost, then this one is a medium cost, and this is a high cost. So rigid panel type greenhouses, normally in the case of rigid panel type, it is made up of material like polyvinyl chloride, fiber glasses, and it will have an higher stability. So normally it is used in the case of quinset type frame or rigid and furrow type frames. And this material which is having a more resistant to the breakage, and it provides the adequate light intensity, and throughout this greenhouse the light intensity will be more or less uniform. So normally it is made up of high grade panels which will have a longer life up to 20 years. And the main disadvantage is that these panels which will tend to collect the dust as well as the algae, and which resulting in the darkening of the panels in the subsequent life transmission. And there is a danger of fire hazards. This is the most important disadvantages in the case of this rigid panel greenhouse. Next comes shading nets, and each type of this cultivated plants must be given to the specific type of the spade, which is required for the diverse phase of this development. And these shading nets, which will fulfill the task of this giving appropriate microclimatic condition to the plants. And these shading nets are designed in order to protect the crops and the plants from the ultraviolet radiation, but this also provides the protection from the climatic conditions such as temperature variation, rains, and the wind also. And this will promote the better growth of the plants and the crop to be controlled in the microclimatic condition, which will be created in the certain covered area. So which will resulting in the higher crop yield. And these are also UV stabilized, and we can expect an higher lifetime. And they are characterized with the higher tear resistance with the lower weight and quick installation with the 30 to 90% of shade values. And a wide range of shading nets which is available in the market. These are defined based on the percentage of shade which is delivered to the plant which is growing under them. So this is the yield potential of the suitable crops under the polycarbonate greenhouse. So in the case of open and the polycarbonate, we can able to find the yield potential differences. So, and also in the case of fiber used. Oh, so as we see that in the case of open and in case of open, we can expect and reduce the yield. So when we are using in the polycarbonate or fiber material, we can able to produce a higher yield for the same plants and the same condition. Thank you.